Just gonna be 1 second. Let me get everything set up. That should do. How low is that? Yeah, it'll be good. It's a little bit harder to get everything set up now. Oh, we're live already. Oops. Just give me a second here. Just give me a second. So I need to post this in announcements. Oh my gosh, it's 7. Holy waste of time. What the? Wait, why am I in HB nuclear tech chat? It's happening. Milky Way's heart may have erupted. What is this? Incredible. NASA space news? Wait, what? Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Is this all an elaborate jokes? It's not a hoax, it's a jokes, okay? I'm gonna have to check real quick just to see before we even go do something else. Ugh. Why? Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry that I'm taking so long, but I need to check. News? There's no news. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's cool. It is a real video, that one is. Oh, I'm watching for a Waffle House right in downtown Atlanta. From or for? For the Waffle House? I'm guessing you meant from. Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta twice. That's Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, no, I've been there a couple times. I haven't been there to explore. I've just been there to use the airport. What do we leave off with? And left off with all of the LD piping. Long distance piping is about to happen. My computer sounds like turbofan jet engine right now. But I need to find a good music to choose. I do have two new ones that I added. We'll just use the same one I started with yesterday. So we left off with this, which is nice, but I need to make steel, and a lot of steel, I believe. Whoa, where's all my stuff? Oh wait, it's in here. Let's go and do an assessment of how much steel I have. $122 pieces. Not enough. At all. So we need to make more. Thankfully I can. Wrought iron. Got loads of this. We're gonna make all of that into steel today. What about banded iron? Is any of that available? All of that, and then we're processing all of that. So we're gonna get all of our banded iron converted to what it needs to be for processing. We're going to get all of this running into what it needs to be as well. Then I should be able to do everything else. Guys, this is fast. Fast progress right there. Because I have a constant supply of steam for that. I guess another thing is steam piping is going to have to happen today. Upgrading all of the pipes to steel or something like that. We have enough wrought iron too. So that's going to run steel. This will run what it needs to run. We probably should get limestone. And I know exactly the way I'm going to do that with the centrifuge. So I'm going to grab the centrifuge real quick. So I can begin the process for pyrite. Which is going to be how I'm going to get what I need later. But we need to build the base a little bit more before I can get started with that. So I need to get some materials for that. Which, I mean, hey, this is going to be like a pretty good length stream today. We're going to be doing quite a bit, I would assume. Unless something dumb happens. Hopefully that is not the case. Because there's always a potential that something will come up and it will just be the dumbest stuff ever. Limestone, limestone, Gabbro. Stream began after my headphones died? Dang. My cat ate the cable. What kind of cable does it need? Is it type C? You know, I could extract one of those music packs I did download. So I will actually see if I downloads. Oh, I downloaded all of the mods for what's it called? For that mod pack I want to make. Unfortunately, there's no Create Warium in my Create mod pack that I'm going to make. I hope there's FPV drones at least. Because Create mod, I cannot create unless I can use FPV drones, so. Just extract. I don't want to extract both of those. Extract all. Yes, and then close that, and then another one. I got number, what is this? 12 and 13 for music packs, but those are going to be super short ones. So I can switch over to them. If this 13 looks pretty nice though. It's kind of a sci-fi one. I like this guy's music a lot because it's pretty science fiction-y. Like if you're looking for like music that fits with like going into space and stuff or like doing technological things, this guy makes good music for that. And if you don't know, the guy I'm talking about is White Bat Audio, or Carl Casey, or however he goes by. I mostly use his audio or music because it is free, which is kind of too good to be true. And if it's too good to be true, it probably is. There's some catch that I do not see yet, which will probably come and get me eventually, but not right now. I don't think there is, at least. He seems to be making the music out of just whatever reason he does. I don't understand. There has to be some kind of... But the thing is that for some reason... Oh, that's pentlandite. For some reason, his music is not, like, he continuously fights to not have it copyrighted, so like, which is weird. What is this? That's rows. I like how they're so close together, these two veins here. I'm sorry if today turns out to be just mostly not as progressive heavy as last episode, because we were super progressed last episode. So I kind of am pulling back a little bit into more of a, whoa, our nutrition's, my nutrition is so good. I have 2 bonus lives now. That does not make sense. Skip. I've heard that one too many times. You all may not have though, but I'll skip that one for you all. Your all sake. It's my sake. Okay? It's my sake. How tall does this room need to be? Because I have quite a bit of production room in there. I don't know where to put the centrifuge in this, by the way. Because when I set up the centrifuge, it's going to have to fit somewhere between that setup and here. Or in the other room. So that way it doesn't create problems. I'm probably going to put it up in that area. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh. There's our bricks done. While this is all happening, I need to focus on what exactly besides this needs to happen with like circuit production and stuff. Because that's going to be a setback if we don't have it set, like we don't have stuff working for that. I already know in advance that we are going to need more circuits eventually, so I need to make them starting now. And look how many we have. 1 circuit and a couple motors. Not enough. So we need to work on parts for those. That will be... We'll just get started off... No, don't even use that. Let's see what I need. We need circuit boards. Circuit boards is something I could make. There we go. Get a stack or 2 of these. And we'll start making those wooden boards for the circuit boards. Not those. This. That will make the wooden board for circuit boards. We need to make paper, which I can make here. That's gonna be this. No. It's gonna be this right here. Make it here using... Oh, you can autoclave it. I like that. Autoclave it. Do the autoclave. Is that gonna be expensive to do though? Probably, maybe. Potentially. Just do the autoclave. How are you all doing here? Good? No. Bad. Steel is underway. Okay, we have a basic separating, a centrifuge. We need to... Let's start putting in the stuff I need to make paper. Paper. Okay, we don't have what we need for that now. What if I can make resin earlier? Resin. Fluid solidifier of liquid resin. Distilling. Black liquor. Arboreal extractor on any blocks dot sussy dot block dot group, whatever. Or black liquor. White liquor. I don't think we want to do that. The arboreal collector does work though. That's a good way of getting it. Does anybody know how this would work? What recipe does that need to get resin? Because maybe it's a pine tree? I just can't think of what it would be. Let's go on here. Let's go up here. You're not smelting anymore. Okay. What's out? Okay, this way. I'm gonna set up a generator. Nah. Let's just set it up down there and then pipe it up to here. That wouldn't be a problem. It's just figuring out how I'm gonna get one centrifuge to run all of my stuff. Might be an issue, but even then it's not probably a super big issue. Okay, give this side the face. So, ooh, water. There's a water pipe up there. It's for the sawmill. So I can't really do it down here though, because then everything else is getting in the way of it. I could do it here though. So items will just come in through the top, and then I'll have them go out to respective storage areas via filters. What types of pipes do I need for that then? Stop using that. I'm gonna put a block there so I can't even see it. I need to make pipes for that. Probably. Oh, I have these. Okay. Do I have any crates available? That'd be pretty nice. Yes, I do. Crates, conveyor belts. That's gonna all be handled in this episode. Is gonna be just basically figuring out, okay, this needs to go to here, this needs to go there, this needs to go to this, and that. So the first step is making a block here to be the filtering section for a crate filter, because the crate is a... Does that connect in? What was it doing? Why is it connecting to something? It isn't connected. Okay. So then I can just connect it like that. That will now be the input for this item auto output enabled, and that means I can run pretty much anything through there. Like if I want to take impure piles of that and put them in here, then that will make the byproduct of that with what I'm looking for. But main thing that I am concerned with is going to be producing, what's it called? Limestone dust. That's going to be a huge thing throughout this playthrough, is probably limestone dust. It's always been like super huge, especially with making vacuum tubes now, being a part of that. So, but see, there's a lot of stuff we need to be able to do with limestone, and I need the ability to do that with limestone. Look how much resin I just picked up. I don't even think I need the resin thing. I just need to just chop down trees more often. Plant more rubber trees. Yep, just plant more rubber trees, guys. Plant more of them. It's all that you need. All you need is more rubber trees. He's in his limestone mining era. Soon. See, there's a lot of ways of getting limestone. Like, you can centrifuge mud. I'm not centrifuging mud. Instead, I am going to opt for a alternative method to get it from byproducts, since that is more ideal. Because I can, for me at least, is more ideal. I already have a lot of the stuff set up to do this, so we need to now set up a conveyor that's going to hook off this guy, and then it's going to run outputs for... I could just run an output that will prevent the stuff from escaping that I don't want to escape. How would I do this? Because I could, in theory, run... Could run another filter off that. Let's see about that. Yeah, I could. Definitely do it. Let's go ahead and set that up then. And then we should just need a steel plate. Just one steel plate is all it will take. And here we go. One steel plate. It's going through. If I go over to here now, I have everything set up so I can just go to here and go, I need to craft this. Also, we can do... We could just do a box sorter. That's what I want to do, I guess. A box sorter off that. I don't like the idea of doing a box sorter, but it allows me to figure out, okay, I have wood dust. I need to get this to where it needs to go to do wood dust stuff. Since paper is important, we're going to start needing to make automatic paper production. And I'm guessing what I might do for that side is have this start becoming another machining area for specifically some automatic lines, like paper production, stuff related to circuits. This base is not super vertical though. You know what? I think we're giving up on that vertical idea. We're just gonna make it super condensed to like 5 chunks. Super condensed into 5 chunks. But we need to make a room here for the other side of machining stuff. And another turbine as well. How can I get into this room? Like, what is it like in there? Okay. So if I go into this room, I just have to make another... What is this? Creosote? Okay. Yeah, I can just do a wooden section under here that just goes underneath both sides, and then have it just run underneath, and this will be my access to the other side of the base, or the machining area for paper, circuits, and stuff. Because paper is important for circuits, so this is going to be the paper area. Paper production, limestone production. So I'm going to try to do that today. Yeah, it's pretty much a new door. There we go. Nice. I'm not even gonna try to make things look good in this build. They will just look good naturally. It's natural Minecraft building here. We're not trying to make it fake building where we just try to make things look realistic or something stupid like that. Fake building right there. Fake building. New definition. Put it down in your notebooks now, nerds. This is also going to be ending up to be where I might do some other stuff as well. I don't know yet. Probably a lot of things are going to happen in this area. This is going to be one of the major areas of the base. For a lot of reasons. But primary reason, obviously, to get the centrifuge and stuff up and running here. And then have things a little more clean so I don't have to have it in my main assembly anymore. Because in the main assembly, it should just be assembly stuff. Like sawmills and assembly machines and things like that, not some dumb stuff that's related to ore processing that I'm doing in another room. That would be just stupid. So that's what we are working on right now. We're gonna do a box sorter, which is a interesting method of sorting stuff in boxes. We're gonna use all of the motors to make conveyor belts. Because we're going to need all of them today. We need every conveyor we can get. So 2 conveyors. And then from that we should be able to just go up top and figure out how that's going to work. Obviously, it's a crate that's gonna do the job for this. So now, all of this piles up in the crate. Which means I need to process it again through another forge hammer before it can be sent out and taken in further. Which is quite problematic actually now I think about it. I should remove the filter off of this. However, that outputs somehow. Yes, it inputs into there. So I can't do that. This has to go to a secondary forge hammer, which we're going to set up now, I guess. We do have a few forge hammers available. Okay, let's take a look around and see if I can find one. Compressor. I thought I had more. It's a high pressure steam furnace, high pressure steam alloy smelter. That's the forge hammer. I thought there was a smaller orange one. Never mind. I guess there isn't. This looks like a good square. Yes. It is going to be a very square base. We need... It's forge hammer, right? Okay. What do I need to make a forge hammer? Weren't you gonna make a 1 chunk tower? That was the original plan. Well, no. Kind of. It's one... Everything's accessible from 1 chunk. Not just any fish, the fish. Yes. That is true. Those are straight facts right there. It's the fish here. Welcome back to another live stream today. Today we're streaming this. Oh. I'm going to make a 5 chunk tower, okay? It's a 5 chunk tower, but all accessible from 1 chunk. So that's the central chunk. So in theory, all I have to do is be in this chunk to access the stuff in the other chunks. So like, I can access everything from here, right? So this is 1 chunk, technically. Remove that. Filter. I need brass or zinc plates. I'm gonna need quite a few of these, actually. Should start making those. Okay. Now, what do I need besides that? Oh my gosh, there's a lot. A lot to brain compute here. That's good. Okay. Perfect stuff. It's looking better than it did 5 seconds ago. It's a facade though, because it only is on this side. It's only on the other side. Well, it's only at an angle. Like, this looks so good until you turn around and you go, oh, it's not even halfway finished. But this is where the assembler is going to live. And it's going to live close by the steam thing. The forge hammer. Which is going to be under construction soon, shortly. Right, a high pressure forge hammer requires a low pressure forge hammer, which requires an anvil. Which is going to require iron. So do I have that? I have 13. That's not enough. It's not near enough. How can I get more iron without doing some stupidness? I could just take this one and put it up there, but this one does my wrought iron. Steam compressor, vacuum chamber, steam mixer. Yeah, no, I kind of need to make iron, so let's see if I have any. I don't. Okay. Then I'll just make iron using pig iron. Since this is the biggest challenge, is figuring out how exactly I want to go about doing this part. No. Oh, we're running out of coal coke. How the heck? Oh, that means I just need to run creosote. Perfect. That will burn up creosote. Not fast enough, though. It's not going to be fast enough at all. But that's actually an amazing way of getting power as those. I might need to make more of them, which is kind of interesting to think about. So I have pig iron. I just need to put it into here. And that will give me my outputs. There we go. Nice and stowed. I have toughness from the amount of grains we've eaten. Too much granola will make you very tough. apparently. Now how is this going? Oh, right, I need to cut a hole through the roof to see where I'm putting the things. Once I make these, actually, that's when I'll begin that. Need 27. 1, 2, 3. Compressor. Okay, we have wooden boards done. That's useful for making with the resin and all of the stuff I have now. I should be able to actually make circuit boards again. Yep. Oh, not enough rubber? Okay, that's good. Good to know. Scroll through and see if I have copper wire in here. Yes, I do. I'm going to turn all of the copper wire into more wires. Then after that's done, I'm going to make more copper wires. Like that. And while that's happening, we're going to go make more iron. Rubber, I hardly knew her. That's great. That's actually great. There's a lot of ways you can interpret that joke. I'm just gonna say that. It's all up to the user to decide. Where's my gabbro stone? Wait. Also, while I'm at this, I should probably make resistors. Those kind. Look at that. Nice. Look how much resistors. I can assemble these circuit boards actually, right? Yes. You can. Now this is when things get much more. That's just one copper ingot per each one. Where is the, let's make copper foil now. Since I'm gonna do that recipe. Or did I already make those? Oh, I think I think I just have to kind of make them this way now. Yes, I kind of have to do them this way. That's... Why would you use the crafting station at this point? What do you mean? The crafting station is there. Unless I can use this. Use the different recipe for foil. Yeah, I just realized. I could switch, but I've already made the boards. Oh wait. Did I make the boards? I think I did make the boards. I think I did. Looks like I haven't. That's odd. Who sent me messages tonight? Who did? Who sent me a message? Okay, never mind. Use the different recipe for foil. We might do it if I didn't already make... Oh, I already have them. Yeah. No, we'll have to make them that way for now. Could make the rest, though. Costs half as much resin. And half as much... Yeah, that's... Why did I make them that way? That's stupid to make them the other way. You should probably use the storage scanner for everything. The crafting station has storage access. Let me see. Is it in here? What is this? Is it? No. Where would it be? My brain not thinking today. Yeah, that's me every day. I mean, I could just stop using this. This is the way I should do things, I guess. I mean, we won't be able to see how many crafts I'm doing, but still, that's... No, it doesn't matter. It does not matter to see how many crafts I'm doing right now. Okay. Because then I can just... This can do that can do the crafting, correct? I believe it can. Maybe I should move it. This might glitch the game if it works. Might cause issues. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'll give it a shot. Will this do anything weird? Who knows? No! Wait. 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 No, it doesn't work. I mean, I could just place this back where it was. Okay. Well, we'll know that that does not work, so for now, at least. Unless that's it, but I don't think that is. Because I can't find it in here. I've been looking through here for a little bit, and I haven't seen anything that looks just like what I'm looking for. This must be it. That doesn't matter, though. What matters is that we are pretty close to making... nothing, because we haven't actually done anything yet today. I've just been sitting here and saying we're gonna do something, but we really haven't. Well, the one thing we've done is place down a crate and then started. Yeah, this is just one of those days where it's just like I can't really think about what I'm doing. We're gonna have it piped down into a forge hammer. That's what I was thinking of. So we're working on the forge hammer. My brain is also not thinking today. We're both struggling, I think. I think we both are having mental deficiencies right now. Now I'm going to make the anvil, which is here. Or is it? Where would it be at, actually? Oh yeah, and I also need these. Nice. And then Steam Forge Hammer needs an anvil. And then it also needs these. And then I need bronze. We're only going to be able to make a low pressure one, though. That means I'll just swap this out with For now, because I can't actually make the tin alloy at the moment. I don't have the supplies on hand. Well, I probably do, I just am too lazy to actually put it. I should just make a new steam forge hammer that's high pressure. What does it need for the actual thing? Steam forge hammer, right? Steam forge hammer. Where was this? Here. Then I can take it. Small tin alloy ingots. I probably actually have the stuff we need. Do we have tin alloy? We have 1 tin alloy ingot. How do you make tin alloy then? That's my question. Iron dust and tin dust. Okay, the things I hate. We will smelt up this inside of a steam macerator. Do like half, and then the rest can stay. Tin iron. $64 tin ingots. We're gonna head up top. Do the recipe for this. I'm gonna go for a second. I have to take care of something. It'll be just a moment. After I get the stuff rolling. It'll turn nighttime and then we'll die. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna be back in a second. I'm just gonna go do something real quick. I'm back again. Guess who's back? Back again. If you use the LV alloy smelter, you can skip grinding it down in the ingots and put. We don't have the LV thing. I will not do that. We'll just do it how I've been doing it for now, since it works to a limited degree. 500 cigarettes. That's all we need. Oh, it's not done yet? It's not done yet? It's not done yet? What's the problem, dude? What's the holdup? What's the... Then make it? Nah, we don't want to make that. But I'm missing my iron ingots now. We have like a whole bunch of lines here. Wait, that's a forge hammer. Ah, that's where it was. Here it is. Because I knew I had another forge hammer, but... No! You just wasted my... To make Fair. To make Invar. It's crazy. Invar's crazy. Super checklist clipboard. Oh dear. Oh my. Anyway, somebody recommended that I should play Modern Industrialization yesterday, and I looked at it, and while I was looking at it, I went, what mod launcher is this? Because hopefully it is compatible with Create Warium, so I can play both. I can eat my cake and eat my cake too. And so my goal was to find that out. And I look at it and I go, what is NeoForge? What is this? And I begin to realize that the modding community is just falling apart very fast in the modern versions. However, in the 1.12 and the 1.7.10, you only have one choice for modding, which is the beauty of it. Because you only have one choice, you only have one option. There is no best option. The best option is the only option, which I like. Which might mean, oh, it's a terrible launcher, but there's only one launcher, or one mod loader, and that is Forge. That is the one I use. But now there's NeoForge, there's Fabric, Sprigget, whatever the heck it's called. Yes. NeoForge is suffering from rapid development. Like, you also have to think is that mod creators that want to cater to their audience need to choose a mod loader that their audience likes now. Like, you can't just make HBM mod on the newest version, right? Like, you can't just port it to the newest version and go, oh, now I have to port it to 3 different versions. 3 different mod loaders. Like, you can't just make a new mod and be like, let's make the next Create mod, right? Let's say Create 2 comes out. It has to go onto 3 different loaders. You know how much extra work that is to be a mod developer now? Like, there's... Like, you'd be dying. But if you play 1.7.10, 1.12, even 1.16, you only really have one option. 1.16 is where it starts to fall apart, though. Because then you start to have the fabrics and the spriggets. And the dumbness. And Spanker. If that's a mod loader. I'm thinking of the rocket launcher from Halo. The M285 Spanker, or whatever the heck it's called. M862 short range trainer round. It's for your Nerf guns, my friends. Okay, it's 5.56. It will make your Nerf gun beautiful. It will nerf your AR-15, but you need a special bolt for it. So have fun. Why am I walking around? Should I try to shoot down a bug on my wall again? What gun do you have? If you have a machine gun, go for it. Otherwise, nah, I wouldn't. I'd go with, like, personally, I would find the biggest gun available. I'll go use the tank. That'll be what I use. I'll bring the tank cannon. I'll drag it upstairs. Up 2 flights of stairs, I'll drag a tank cannon from the motor pool. Salt gun from a close enough distance. Salt guns are lame. They're not going to put a hole in your wall. You're not living unless you got bullet holes in your wall. Trust me. Trust me. Alright. 7.7 howitzer for home defense. Yeah. We're gonna bring Jesus to the fly. Or whatever bug it is. Dang, we only got plastic in here. isn't America. Oh. Oh, you mean like 3D printed guns then? Those are the most beautiful thing, but I mean, if you got airsoft is good. I got into airsoft and I bought like the most cheapest weapons and they kind of suck. But I also don't have anybody to airsoft with. So I kind of actually want to get into airsoft, but it's like I won't have any time for it. And then it's basically what I do at my job, except I'm actually shooting at targets with plastic balls and fake guns. So instead of probably not shooting and just cleaning. Glorified janitor. But that makes sense because in reality, all that janitor and janitorial stuff is just literally just training your mind to work better, because eventually I will get out to a place and be like, oh yes, sweeping. It helps me move my feet more effectively, apparently. You just can't take training at face value sometimes. Sometimes it's practical, but indirectly training you. Like indirect training. Lignite dust. Lignite. Ligneous rock. Ligneous extruder. We need to make a new one of those. Wisdom. Yes. Steam forge hammer. Piston. We need to make... Oh, we should have actually... We have the ability to do this. 2 rods, by the way. 2 rods. I can make everything over here. We'll scroll down. I go out with my friend like 1 a month, hoping to get a printer soonish to not have to sell my kidney for a magazine. I wonder if I could, I don't know, that's not a good idea. It's a bad idea. I'm just gonna do this. Lave that. Then from there, we need to make this. But we can do that in the fluid solidifier, which will make a small gear pretty fast. Basic fluid solidifier. Here's the extractor. Solidifier is making rotors for whatever reason. Small gear mold. I wonder if it just takes 1 or no. Oh, it just takes 1. Really can't type today. Piston. Oh, everybody likes to make pistons until you gotta make those. Hey, I gotta put on another music. Let's see what I have. We have XII or X triple I. X double I or triple I? We'll go with triple I. It's got more I's, so more I is better. I. Working on Sassy Core again. Hope that I won't have to rewrite the entire thing tomorrow. I hope you don't have to rewrite the thing either. But knowing life, it's just gonna be like, do it again. That's just how life is. Oh, we couldn't do it good enough the first time. Let's do it again. Or not correct on the first time. Let's do it again. Just typical stuff. Steam forge hammer. Make that into this. Let's see what we need. Small tin item pipes. Why not use the storage scanner crafting table? You can use JEI with it. I don't know how to use it. And this one is already accessible, so I could literally just run everything in here. It's not even... What are you doing? We're about to set up pyrite. A line just specifically dedicated to pyrite. There's also a bit of building going on as well today. So we constructed pretty much this room dedicated for circuit production. The goal of this room is specifically to allow me to manufacture the raw materials I need to make bigger things. But to do that, I have to set up the first phase of that process. So what I've been doing mostly to get ready for this is just building up some machines, but I just haven't been like focused in on it, and so hopefully that will change soon. Where is my tin alloy? Cause unless it didn't smelt in the furnace, I have no idea where it is. It did go in the furnace. Well, then where did it go to? Couldn't have gone into here, did it? Did it go into one of these? Could have gone into any of them. Oh, that doesn't even hook up to that anymore. What? Join the Supersymmetry Discord to access the propaganda. If we have Supersymmetry propaganda videos available, I will play them in the stream. No, I don't know. That might be a bad idea, actually. I should probably take that back before something bad happens now. Oh, I didn't even put the tin alloy. I am being stupid today. I'm not focused. Not focused at all. What is going on? Do you still remember the gravel pile lore? Yeah, it sounds familiar. I just don't remember what it's about. Not really a fan of GT. Tried to play Sky Technology, but never got into it. That's... you should just try out this mod pack. Just jump right into this. Or, like... A lot of people say go to Nama Factory, but I say... Those people are dumb. Just go straight to this. This is not bad at all. But... If you can't handle Gregtech, or if you don't like Gregtech, I feel like you should probably start with like base tour, please. Okay, I'll give a base tour, by the way. Hold on, it'll be 30 seconds until the base tour starts. Oh man, can we just? I want some peaceful music. Peaceful. That's okay. We don't need none of that exciting stuff right now. Okay, here's the base tour. Hello, welcome to my crib. MTV Cribs here. Welcome to the crib. And here's my PBF. How long does it take you to get this far in the mod pack? So it takes me a lot longer than most people. If you don't want to try Supersymmetry, there's always HBM mod, which is a good starting place for tech mods if you want to get into more advanced ones. Yeah, let me see actually. 24 hours, over 24 hours, but so here we have the coke ovens. This is all automated. So how do you automate these? You have these tin item pipes, which will bring all of the stuff to them. It puts in coal, and here's the output for this. It outputs fluids this way, but coal goes into here, and then coal comes out of these ones and goes back into the pipe. And I have it set so it can only go, this pipe blocks it from going out that way, and it goes down into here. This fluid pipeline handles the creosote product we make, which sends it all the way through the base to a fluid boiler. And then if we come into here, actually if we go up there, there's a setup. We'll get to that in a second, but first, here's my assembly area. We have steam era assembly, so like your forge hammer, steam mixer, high pressure steam. There's some machines that are missing because I've turned them into other things. Battery buffer. For the low voltage stuff, we start with a turbine going into this 16 times battery buffer. With this, I have to use 16 times cable, so that way it can handle any amperage if I max out the battery capacity. You don't need to max it out though, it can be 8 or whatever you want. All of these are hooked into that main pipeline that pipes out to here, which you can see is also piping out to the coke oven, but I have filters to, well, actually there are two separate lines here, but pretty much pipes out here, pipes down to this, and then I have my coal coke right there. I also have a basic extractor, a fluid solidifier, autoclave, a storage scanner, assembling machine, basic lathe, bending machine, wire mill, and cutting machine. These are all the machines that I have made so far for this. There is also the centrifuge, but I don't have that on me. Well, I have it in my inventory. I don't have it out. Coming back into this area, this is going to be the primarily just circuit stuff for making circuits, because you need resin. You need to make lines for resin and stuff, and I want to make circuits easier to make, like the components for the low voltage circuit, so I can just automate that later. This part is add for Coca-Cola. Oh, well, I'll go over it again. This part is add for Coca-Cola. I'm joking. Pretty much all of our creosote goes to here, does this stuff, and then this is a storage for steam from steam boilers on the other side as well. Solar boilers. Here we have bending machines, steam mixers. I'm going over that. We have all of the crafting I've done is at this crafting station here, but I just broke it and tried placing it next to this thing so I could try to hook it up to my storage scanner for some reason. What food do I use? Rotten flesh. I'm not joking. I have actually done that in playthroughs. If we need food, I just go down to the mine shaft. It's like Pizza Hut. It has infinite food. Look at this. Cheeseburger. I actually do need to restock my food though. That's why my grain's maxed out. What's with the trapdoors? This is a pit. It's got steam, so like you fall in here, it will just melt you. Which is useful for killing enemies. And then up here we have the big stuff. This is the stuff that you all want to see. We have automation for rubber. Coal is right here. Remember the coal for the coke ovens? Well, all of that's made here, and it's separated out of my main ore processing chest for now. We just pull it from here, put it into here. And then, boom. It's the mine shaft die. I'm telling you, it's the future. Except it's not, because it's going to be gone and soon. Removed from the game. This is like the dense block of stuff, but sulfuric acid. Like, this is sulfuric acid, rubber, and then just pretty much a general ore processing setups coming out of here. Now, I should have what I need to make the other part. Let's make it happen now. Because I have 7 of these. I will make all of these that I need in the basic bending machine into those. Energized coffee is the N1 thing you should automate in MV. It's my favorite food item. It's pretty good. We're not really there, like, as far as technology goes. There's a lot more than this. Like, this is not close to my best base I've made in this mod pack before. This is pretty far from it, actually. But it looks better than my other one. That is the most factual statement is that it does look better. Looks superior. I don't know. Actually, how did the old base look in Supersymmetry Season 1? Season 2? I know Supersymmetry Season 3 must have actually been... That was the one where I got to just the Bronze Age and was like, oh, I don't have any more time, guys. I'm sorry. And then that's what I did. Was like, I just quit. Just was done with it. I come back now and I'm streaming it and I'm at LV now. So we've made it past that third season. So this is season 4 technically. Huh. That's an interesting way of thinking of it. It's season 4, but... What's your plan for the stream? Supercons or just base building? Better than 90% of bases I built in all my MC builds. My plan for this stream is to set up high pressure steam forge hammers for now. Actually, I have to figure out how I'm processing ores and things. As you can see, we have all of this here, which is going to make things interesting to deal with. Rather interesting to deal with. If I rotate this, I need a wrench. I need my wrench. Oh. I'm gonna get focused up. I swear. Swear by it. Yes, definitely. I actually have a floor and a roof as well. So it's not a lawn base, so that's good. Lawn basing is still possible, trust me. I know it. I know it is. Zalgo cannot make lawn bases Zalgover. He can't do it. He's not ready. It would take an act of God to remove lawn basing. Oh, here we are. Just a few of these fluid pipes should do the trick. Just one, even. All I need is one fluid pipe. Nice. Also, we're gonna probably upgrade the piping setup. I want to get in there so I can change this to be there. Okay, good. Place that over top, so if it rains or something stupid, can't do any damage to my base. Now that has already produced what it's gonna produce. I want to have it facing out that way so it looks cool. Bang, 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 bang. Nice. Then we can just conveyor down and shoot the conveyor into that. Bandits are the intended anti-lawn base measure. One YouTube guy already fell for it. If you don't have a roof for most of this stuff and got spawn camped by bandits. It's possible to lawn base. I would sit there for 5 hours and I'd still come back and be like, oh, hey guys. Sorry, it took me 5 hours to beat the bandits, but I've defeated the bandits and I'm gonna keep living by my evil, stupid ways. That's just what I would do in that situation. Should I do it down here or should I put it back up there? Oh, it's so annoying to think about. I mean, we could hook up a turbine. I do need to make a new LV turbine for that. What does it cost to make a turbine? Low voltage battery buffer, low voltage turbine. It's gonna be easy to make at least, I think. Because it can't be as hard as when we first made it. So, there's that. Why are you? Hey, how are you guys today? I love to see that I have such good zombies here today. Zombie party right there. That is what the trapdoors are for, by the way, if you had not already figured that out. But I doubt nobody's not figured that out. It's Zaug done. Come get some. Ugh. You can't defeat me. Oh, they can run on those pipes. I didn't think of that. That's an issue. Oh yeah, they're cooking. They're cooking nice. They're cooking nicely right there. Good. We defeated them. Bees sugar. If I was that YouTube guy, I would completely would have won. It's just a difference of mindset. He just has the wrong mindset. He can't do it. He's got a bad mindset. The Zolgis are Zalgoon. I guess that's one way of saying that. Give me that. I want all of those. I want all of the rubber wood now. Built different. What was I gonna need for this? Turbine. 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 Motors. It's another thing. We're gonna need motors. That line for making rubber could come in handy soon. Just saying, it could really come in handy to have our line set for making rubber. Okay, what I'm gonna need to do is grab 2 plates and an ingot of steel. So I can make this. Then I can go chop trees. They fall out of the sky in pods. What is this? Halo 3 ODST right here. Having a thin base is awesome. And then, after all of that, I have this. I can now chop trees. And I will chop all of the trees down now, so I can make the Lorax 2, the movie. Look at all of the rubber. Beautiful. In IC2, this would all be rubber. Pretty much. See, I first discovered Gregtech when there wasn't even a GTC EU yet. There was just Gregtech, and I was like, Gregtech on 112? Okay, bet. Oh, it needs IC2 for some reason. Then I installed it, and I was like, why can't I make IC2 wire cutters? And I just didn't understand at the time that Gregtech's not about other mods. It's about just Gregging. And then I realized that... Well, I didn't even realize anything at the time. I just was like, man, this sucks, I hate it. And then I come back in 2023, 2022, I see a video of a guy playing a Minecraft mod called Supersymmetry, and I go, what is this? I've heard of Gregtech before, but I just never gave it a shot. I never tried it. And I think what I can take from that experience is that you should always try something and then find out it sucks. But you should also, in considering with all my other knowledge and wisdom I have, I would say you should think before you go and try something, and think before and consider every possible thing, because not all the time is something going to be great. If you don't do any research, it can be terrible. And anyway, if anybody's wondering whose videos I saw that made me actually want to play Supersymmetry, was this guy XX Jude XX, or I don't know how his handle is or username on YouTube, but I watched his videos and was like, I will play that too. It looks pretty cool. And the next thing you know, I am in the Supersymmetry Discord, and then yeah, I guess I don't remember exactly how that happened, but making my first LV machines, and then I was like, I had a 6-chunk base. I had a 6-chunk base that I was trying to make after like a warehouse or like something like a factory, and I had a second 6-chunk base next to it, and I was basically building. Like, I was gonna have one be MV, one be the other thing. I didn't know how to build back then for Gregtech. With Gregtech, you have to build practically. You don't have to build stupid and facade. Like, a lot of people like to build a facade, but you don't want to build a facade in Gregtech. You want to have a good base that actually is functional. I mean, unless you have the time to build a facade. Then you might build a facade and go, man, it looks pretty amazing, actually. Oh, okay, let's knock out the other stuff. The reason I got this is so I can make Togoth. Zyagmen. Grandpa Foot. Who the heck is this guy? Is this guy robot or is he not robot? I don't... Okay. Oh. Hey, I know exactly what he's actually doing. I see this. How do I delete this man from existence? Damn, they have weird chat GPT instances going around now. This is unacceptable. Here. Congratulations. Uh, 24-hour timeout for that guy. Ah, yes. I have melted this robot from existence. That might seem evil, but he might have been a nice guy, but I cannot have such foul language going on my channel because then bad stuff happens. So I do not want that bad stuff to happen. I do not like foul language either that much. That's why I don't swear much. Also because I just don't get angry that much to swear. You have the power. If Grandpa Foot comes back and I don't notice him, give him a 24-hour... Yes, it is a Gregtech reference. But if he comes back and I don't notice, hand him a 24-hour ban. 24-hour timeout. For eternity. The Greg one. We do not need people spamming that word backwards in my chat. Ah. Yes, again. Man, it's funny to watch. What is this called though? Because I know this is like raid Shadow Legends. That's what's happening right now. We're getting raided. We're getting attacked. It's unconventional warfare. Guerrilla warfare. We'll have to want more of those if they come. I lost my focus because that guy started spamming that word backwards and I had no idea what he meant until like 30 seconds later and I was calculating it in my head. At least the chat rate's 12 now. Yeah. It's one of these brain dead people with cerebral decomposition from sussy cord. It's the enemy, trust me. It's the enemy. We'll get him. We'll get him in door kickers too, but yeah, door kickers too. Where was I in this process? Because I can't actually think. Our stream is nowhere near productive as yesterday. I'm never gonna get that productive again. Oh, obviously filters is where I'm at. But I'm figuring out where I'm gonna craft. I had to craft something. I can't remember what it was. I'll just make the filters now. Or was it that I... No, it's the machine casing, right? Okay, we'll start from there. We're gonna run out of coal coke sooner rather than later. Evidence for black hole cosmology? I haven't watched it yet, but I saw it in the HBM Discord. Somebody shared it there, and I was like, what? Or an image of it. Steel ingots. Basic bending machine. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these. That'll do the trick. Well, let's make tin wires as well. I already have tin wires. Okay. Let's make, if we're not making tin wires and we're not making those, let's make the circuit boards. Because I do have all the stuff for these. 16. I need more copper wires then. Yes, you can do this with copper foil. I just made it wrong to start off. Because you need to have actual boards, and I don't have those. I made the wrong type of boards, unfortunately. We're gonna need copper soon, though. Do I have copper available? Okay, that should be all that done. Filters. Here we go. I'm getting there. Getting in the rhythm. Just gonna knock it out one thing at a time. Couple of these. It's taking too long to do. Couple of those. Screwdriver, wrench. Okay, here we go. That's a file. What the? Where? Why? Why? Not screwdriver. There we go. Up, then down. This is gonna allow me to filter what's going into where. Control. It's important here. Obviously, we're going to need to blacklist whatever goes into here. So, or actually whitelist graphite, redstone, banded iron, and pyrite. Which is pretty much, it's gonna go into here. Crushed redstone, banded iron. And then, what was the other one I had? Graphite. I wish the filters were able to be a little bit different because I feel like you don't have enough space to like actually filter out. Like I would have 100 items in this filter if I could. It's just not powerful enough. Like we need a more powerful filter option, like something that allows you to handle a list of 100 items and you can just go through and be like, oh, this or this or. You could probably do it with this somehow. But with this, it just ends up being a massive mess. Could always do XNet, but I don't want to do that. Because we do have all this wonderful pipes that we would just not use then. So, let me see. As far as this is going, okay, as far as this is going. Wood pulp. That's the biggest thing we make here is wood pulp. That's also going to go down this line. Okay, there we go. Everything should be good. So this will then need to sort out what's going to where. The way most people bypass that is dictionary filters, but they are annoying to craft. Okay, yeah, that I do remember those. Those are probably what I need. Wait a second. I have an idea for how I can do this better. I know exactly how to do it better. No, I know how to make it better, but I'm choosing not to. Wait, what? Hold on. Is this what I'm thinking to do? I'm gonna have to think for a second as I go through and explain how this is probably maybe going to potentially work. So if you have this, you need to have a LV conveyor here. This will then be set with a filter. So manual IO we'll set to filtered, and then on this one, it's unfiltered. So anything can go back into here. Except, we'll want that to be filtered as well. So I need 2 more filters, pretty much. That's what I'm about to do. But for this, it should just be only allowing the crushed materials back into it. This is a logistical episode as far as I'm concerned. It's not really focused towards like actually making new machines, but it's more focused on the logistics of filtering items and moving them around. So we're gonna do, oh, obviously you'll have to do acanthite. What about, oh, but those will need, okay. We're not there yet. Pentlandite, sodalite, garnerite, beryllium. I should just go through and find the ones I need, but I'm just not doing that. Rhodondite. Where's the ones I had before? Wish I could copy the settings from one to another. Redstone. Pyrite. That's what I'm looking for next. Pyrite looks a certain way. You'll know pyrite when you see it. It's this one. Nope. It is that one. It's going to whitelist to import these on the bottom on this one. And then this one will be set to blacklist. We'll have a blacklist filter for pyrite dust specifically, because that's what we need to make sulfur. And if we can blacklist the pyrite dust that comes out, I then have the ability to just pipe it straight back into here. Or I could have it come out of here and go into there. I don't really know how I'd go about doing it quite yet. I mean, we have a lot of options. Like, we could just pipe everything from here to there, but this is a pretty sleek way of doing things, in my opinion. And I can just have that there. Doom. No, let's not do that. There, that looks a lot better. That will be less deadly. In fact, it won't be deadly. It will be safe for the most part. 2 more filters and 2 more conveyor belts, and also we need to get that graphite going. Should make all the filters. What do we need for graphite? Do I have it? I do have graphite. Do I have resin? I have reason to believe I have resin. Then we can make all of these. Make those. We will now make these. I need more copper plates now. Copper plates. Bending machine to make plates. These stone rocks are a nuisance. Wait, do they make you run faster? Oh, no, they don't. Well, that should be good to do. Well, that's happening. I need to make steel plates and more steel. Steel is kind of getting to be the biggest holdback in this entire process because we need to get limestone to make this a lot easier, which is the problem I'm having is that I'm just too focused on getting that limestone. I feel like getting that limestone is too much of an important thing for me. Start making those. How is this coming along? 22? That should do. We'll need... In that case, we need 40 steel plates. $40 steel plates, and we'll need to magnetize them. Give that some time. He's in my house. What the? Oh no. Oh crap. Tactical thinking right here. Ah. They're on the roof. Get off the roof. Ah. Hola amigos. ¿Cómo está usted? I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what that means. I think it probably means something about, do you want to come to my barbecue? We're cooking bandits today. That's going, like, very well. It was just so random. That rotten flesh diet about to kick in real hard right here. Oh, yep. He's shooting. You need to add prone to sussy so I can react to contact better. Come get some. He does not know how to react to steam pipe obstacle. There should be one more, so I think there is one more. There we go, I've escaped my own pit. Let's see if there's anybody upstairs, just because there probably is. So, let's be kind of careful. It looks pretty much clear to me. What do they do? Fall out of the sky? At least I handled that pretty good. One apricot, that's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. See, I told you guys I do not need a gun because I have the brain power 1,000 times a bandit. And most YouTubers, so. Most YouTubers in that situation are pretty much doomed. They don't understand. They don't understand. I'm joking. It's not a joke. It's 100% fact. It's reality. The reality of the situation is, it's not a joke. No, it is. Circuit board. Circuit board. Everybody love making circuit boards. How much? I assumed that would be the holdback, but checking my email, we now have all of our resources. 16 new circuits. Not enough circuits. Not enough circuits. Need more circuits. Need more circuits. Glass. Ashes. Silicon dioxide. Quick lime. I will take this flint dust. I am focusing a lot better with his music. Glass tube. Double ping. Oh, wonder how well that works. Spork Narcom 3. Spork Nuka. I'm gonna go get water. I am back. Back again. Yes, I'm back. I made my own custom version of MC Heli. No duck allowed. Hell yeah. I remember that video. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to be gone for too long. What was I doing last? I was just getting to work on motors. Yeah, motors. You need 2 of those and then lots of tin cables. We should have enough, but I'm gonna make a bunch more of these. Oh, that's the one from today. That's the short from today, right? The No Duck Allowed short, right? I wonder how many videos have actually came out recently. That's the diesel gear massage. No, that's the one from yesterday. Wait. That came out today. Okay. Then the gear massage is tomorrow. Gear massage. How many views did that get? Actually curious. I'm actually pretty curious about that now. I'm gonna go check my shorts. that sounds Necromism got a lot of views. A lot of views on Necromism, guys. Don't tank to Ducky. Tat not Ducky, that chicky. Oh! And what am I? Okay, we've made steel here. We're making these here. We'll have more circuits pretty soon. 2 more circuits there. We have a total of 19 circuits, which is enough to make a bunch of machines. Not a lot of machines, but more than a few, so probably a bunch. A gaggle of machines, dude. That's what we're about to make. Except we're about to make just a turbine. Because that's what I want. It's a turbine. It's like the first steam machine you make is the actual steam turbine. But I just can't find where I had that at. Right here. Steam turbine. Only 1 LV circuit and 2 motors. But we need motors. That's a setback. But for that I can just run the lathe to get these. Then because I just put 9 in. Grab out a stack of those. Oh, have you guys seen the new Battlefield game that's coming out? That game looks pretty good. When that game comes out, I will play that on my second channel. Battlefield. Whatever, Battlefield 6. It looks good. I hope it has FPV drones. Because I need a game with FPV drones so I can have fun. It's called FPV gaming. Everybody likes a first-person shooter game, but nobody knows what a first-person drone game would be like then. It's probably like homing missiles. It'd be like first-person shooter, but all of your bullets are guided. They're tows. Tow-guided missile coming out of your M4 in COD. Oh, hey, we're out of resistors, so I can't make more of these. That's perfect. It's good, because that means I maxed out what I wanted to make. What's this thing? Alarm. Oh, nice. Alarm. We needed 1 more motor. Goog. Okay. For motors, That's where my steel plates come in handy. This is where the magnetic steel is gonna happen. Magnalium right here. So magnalium. Watch it and learn as I make 1,000 of these using my bare hands and just a little bit of intelligence. We need to superheat our steel. Just give it some time. Oh, hey, we have heavy cloth now. Isn't that useful for something? I think it is. It's actually really useful for something. Wonder what's been going on my phone lately. I survived 100 days building a nuclear fallout bunker. I love that guy's videos. Yes, but I can just do the recipe and it accomplishes the same amount as the machine does. And it doesn't even take that long. There's no point in the machine. It just makes it slightly faster. It's the only advantage. That should be everything I need for motors. Forza Motorsport there. 20 new motors ready to go. It's not enough motors. You need 1,000. 8,000 motors. These are kind of difficult to produce. Oh, you get 2 of them this way. How do we make glue? I got a feeling I'm gonna make like 10 assemblers in this playthrough. Oh, that's a lot of... What? Mob extractor, distillery. Distill resin. Glue is used in circuit boards. Oh, you could just do everything with glue, right? It's just like resin, except slightly more effective. Phenolic circuit board. What was this? Oh, a PVC book. I like a book that's carcinogenic, so PVC my book, please. Because it contains slight amounts of PVM monomer, or polyvinyl monomer. Still, which is carcinogenic. I wish there was people I could talk to about just chemistry stuff in my real life, in my day-to-day. I could just be like, hey, you know about polyvinyl chloride? And just have a full conversation. Maybe learn a thing or two from that, but no. I feel like if I start talking about polyvinyl chloride with the people I know, they're just going to be like super confused and not engaged in the conversation. So like I'm like selling a cult. Like you go door to door cult salesman. Hey man, you wanna join our cult, bro? Cult of Jesus. Tuesday Rose. Oh, what? Whew. Did they fall out of the sky again? That'd be a beautiful thing to see happen again. To get more bandits. We'll get them in next stream, though. Like, every stream, we're going to have bandits now. So, beware of the bandits that are going to fall from the sky. There will be thousands of them. Arriving in airships of the most immense scale. Once we hit MV, maybe. That'd be pretty neat, though. I hope that's the goal with the bandits, is to have them just come down in massive airships eventually that just invade your planet, like UFOs or something. Get some Zalgalians in there. Zalgonians. Once you hit extreme voltage, the Zalgonians are going to invade your planet in UFO spaceships. They're the triangle ones, you know? The big triangle. Ah, yes, steam. Basic steam turbine. $5. Thank you for the thank you for the $5. That is something that has never happened before on any of these streams before. Grape donut. Thank you. I'm not really sure how to react when people do that because it's not something that's ever happened. That's a first. I guess I'm getting good at streaming now or something. So we have... I am now... Okay. The reason I did that was to make the iron plate, because I need an iron plate to make... I have 5 iron plates available. I will take this, and I will use it on some wood. If I have any. I should have wood. Could have wood. Could have wood. Now we're starting to get into Dr. Seuss territories. Tin alloy. I don't need tin alloy. Iron plate here. Perfect. That will work. Boom. Perfect. That's gonna be for... This is gonna pull out of... So basically, now that this is set up, it should be able to function. It's gotta be whitelisted for banded iron, magnetite, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't use though. We'll set up separate lines for those eventually. Magnetite's the huge thing though. Or no, banded iron. That should be close to the top right though. There we go. Now, okay, so I didn't discuss this, or actually I did discuss this, and it's been so long that we probably forgot about what's going on. So basically, I have 2 conveyors here that allows me to convey items out of here into here. So if everything is set up correctly, items will flow to here, out of here, but they do not seem to be doing so. Which means I have failed. Except this needs to be a blacklist filter for pyrite dust. Pyrite dust is not allowed through this filter. So that means that anything can go into here that's on the list. And what was the other one again? Which means anything can process in here, but nothing can stay in there. Except for pyrite. So that means that once pyrite's ready to go, I'll just need another conveyor belt to pipe out the pyrite and do logistics with that. Which I can now set that up as well. I like the logistics in this section of the mod because, or well, in this phase of the mod, because we're starting to get to like really complicated things that Like if you just start playing Gregtech, you don't know how to do like a conveyor that feeds it into another conveyor. That it's just you need to learn Gregtech to do that. So for like beginners, that's not something that most beginners know, is that you can toggle stuff here. They don't even mess with that usually. They don't even know about item filters. They just know, oh, conveyor. I'll put it on my LV machine. That's how I was. But then I learned LV machines have their own filters, their own outputs. And I was like, oh, okay. I like LV machines then. But that's just how I play, I guess. Is like I go, yeah, I don't actually need to learn anything about how to play the mod. I'm just gonna play the mod. And that's the mistake I made. Just trying to do that. Do things that way. Okay. So that will now pretty much send all of the we could just not do that. There's always the option that I just set this up a little differently so it works differently. Because I could save on a conveyor by doing the way I'm gonna. Or I could just not do that. And this one's gonna be for wood pulp. Actually, let's just keep going with this. The factory turns out the best when you don't plan it. I wouldn't really say I've planned the factory out, but kinda. This is actually a terrible way of doing this. I'm sorry I have to destroy this, but that's the worst way we could do that. Because what I can actually do instead is much better. So if I set this up, obviously this is going to stay here. But I'm going to unrestrict what it's able to do. So no filters on that. We're just going to set it to unfiltered. So anything can go in and out of these. So the only thing I would not want going in and out, I'll put something here later, is enough planning for me. Oh, did I say something about that? I don't know. But I have a better idea. We could probably make this work much better if I run this here. And then that limits it will only allow pyrite through there. So only pyrite goes through. Well, could everything go through there? That's a good question, if I could get everything to go through there or not. Let's check. Only allows this blacklist pyrite dust. So pyrite dust is blacklisted there. Then it goes to here, where this guy has a filter on top of him that filters the insertion of that. And then in practice, does this guy will filter and only allow that to pass through. Or alternatively, I will just blacklist sulfur and latex, or whatever the heck it is. So sulfur does not go through here, because that's what I want to go into there, is the sulfur, which is whitelisted. But then that means that now I just can pipe everything straight to that. That's a lot of potential. A lot of potential there. Except I want to restrict the crushed materials, from going through. So I need an actual ore dictionary filter then, which are going to be difficult to make. A dictionary filter. Because you need olivine or emerald. And emerald is kind of something not easy to get. We might be able to get this somehow, but I'm not sure. Sifting. Pegmatite. Oh, yeah, I love that. You can do it at LV, though. It's a pain, though. I don't want to do that. So that's the downside of doing it that way. Of course, I could stick with the idea that everything has to go through here first. This one will just be for pyrite. And that could work, but I don't like restricting that. Setting it up unrestricted is the issue. Wrench it. Just wrench it. What the? Just wrench the thing. Axe? Axe it? Oh, crap. Oh, it did not store its items. That's wonderful. I should not have expected it to store its items. So that's a real brain twister, brain puzzle here. I guess what we do is we filter it, so we allow the output of wood pulp before it gets here. So wood pulp is blocked and then has to go through here. Through a filter. So boom, 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 then filter, and then we have this one set to wood pulp. Pulp for wood pulp, no. Yes, whitelist wood pulp, so it goes out there. Then we'll have another one to blacklist it. It's not how I need to do that. Oh my gosh. And then that's just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna go like that. So if that doesn't work, then, well, if that doesn't work, it needs to go to here. Through another one of these. This way I'm reducing the amount of conveyors I use, because those are expensive for right now. Like, I don't want to make a bunch of conveyors. The less conveyors I use, the more I save. We now have this one set to blacklist wood pulp, which allows everything else to go through here, including my pyrite, which then I can process. And that's where that's gonna be interesting. Well, that will make it so that way this needs to be a, we'll just wrench that to the other side so I don't have to see the face of it. But then I have that there, and then I can do conveyor here and a conveyor here. And this is when I can finally hook up this to the actual main part of the line. Boom. Oh, it's a lot to pipe. A lot to do there. Okay. That allows items to go through, flow through like so. That will keep wood pulp and everything else in their correct order. We need a filter here to blacklist the pyrite dust. So when pyrite dust forms, that's when we will process that pyrite dust here. And then we'll just have this one set to handle the rest of it. And What else can I get out of here? Because I know those give me limestone tailings. Does redstone or banded iron dust give me anything I could use? Because if they all give me something I can use, hey, I will use them all. It might just make sense to have it all pipe out one way, though. Like, not any of that nonsense there. It might just be, like, a lot more logical to hook it into the setup and just have, like, something just run downstairs that... You know, I think I'm seeing this completely differently. A lot less restrictive with this, how I need to do it. We don't need to restrict. We need to open up how we're doing these things. Instead of, it has to be done this way. Let's just find a way to do it that works and then make it work. So, just a conveyor belt. Because it doesn't matter what we're actually running through this. Boom. Let's not restrict it. Let's not do that. Then that is a lot less of the cool stuff, but it will work now. So from this, the only place I need to actually sort items is going to be down here, since this is where all of that's going to happen. And then we have to get pipes for that. We're going to begin upgrading pipes soon as well. Yeah, we'll just start upgrading pipes now, actually. Bending machine, start bending steel. And then we can hook up one of these. Then we need batteries for it, and then 4 times or 16 times or whatever times cable we need for this. Whatever type I'm gonna go for. Hook it up here. I guess the power actually comes in through this side. Yes, that will be where the power probably comes in through, like right there. And then we can feed power to this line through the wall. So a turbine will go, the turbine's gonna go here. Boom. Then all of these pipes are probably getting upgraded soon, so I'm not too worried about that. We are running huge pipes here, right? Yeah, large bronze pipes. Let's make a couple other things as well. Battery buffers mainly. And then, do I have what I need for batteries? What do I need for these? Oh, I need a lot of stuff. For now, we're just not gonna bother with those. Battery buffer would be nice though. We could split up a couple of our batteries off. Well, what exactly does it need? Do I have any of that available? No. I'll get started by shredding up lead dust. And I wonder how this is gonna go out. Because it's gonna go through here. Then it's gonna go through the system. We could do a blacklist filter, but it would need to be an OR dictionary filter. I haven't been to the Beneath, so I can't get Kimberlite. Or no, I haven't been to the Nether, so I can't get Kimberlite. So it's pretty limiting there. Oh, it just goes into this one. Does this one have a filter on the top? Set the blacklist all of these. Okay. That makes sense. OR dictionary filter that blacklists, that only whitelists certain ores would be nice though. But then why would this one exist too? Okay. With this. Let's get started. Focusing in on these. We're gonna also make the shifter as well. Yeah, I need to make a lot more lead dust. Lead dust. What do you need for battery dust? You need stibnite as well. And I'm just gonna shove a bunch of stuff away. This is I'm gonna set this up before we have the actual wires and things. If I place that there, I need to place it inside of a wall. It can't just be like sitting right there. It needs to be here. Then the battery buffer goes there. That allows me to place this machine here. And that pipes to here. So we now have impure iron in here. And we're soon to have quite a bit of those. Huge. No, we need just a pipe. Steel piping, please. Boom. We're gonna cut the pipes here for just a few seconds. Okay, we almost have enough pipes to cover the first sections of the line. Okay, I need to get back there again. Switch around how those are facing in. Boom. That's it. Now that's increased the amount of steam we can store in these pipes and also the amount we can move around at once, which is the main reason of doing that, was to improve how much steam I'm moving around the base. So, because obviously we already had these bronze ones, but they're not super great. So, you don't want to really use these guys. Yes, do that. Okay. Now I have energy there. We just need a battery buffer and some cables. Some of the really thick cables too would be good. I think I have quite a lot of those actually. Or the ability to make them. The big steel wants to remind you to keep the PBFs running. Yeah, we're out of limestone. I don't have to mine more limestone. I need to get stibnite as well. Stibnite. Why am I using that again? I'm being stupid again. Antimony? Acanthite? Nah. We need to take steel ingots. We need to make these into... Think. I don't actually need to do anything with these. Why am I saying we need to do stuff? No, we don't. The thing I need to do with is these vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes now. I can keep one of them running though. It's just not gonna be good. Alright, well let's go get the acanthite. Figure the rest of this out later. That acanthite. Stibnite. We have a lot of steel right now, but still. If I place this here, it'll make the outside of that look less... Okay, that makes it look weird, but... Nobody's gonna know there's a turbine there anymore. You're just gonna be like, wonder where this pipe goes. And then it just doesn't. It just stops. Huh, that's weird. It just stops right there, right in the middle of this wire. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's good though. It's good. It's working out good. Wonder where this pipe goes. I'm gonna go find the stibnite. A huge vein of stibnite, okay? Stibnite. Ugh. We need to find real Gar. The realest of Gar. Well, there's just pure silver right there. We're almost there. Almost to battery production. We've just been micro crafting things. We've just been batch crafting things, actually, no. Now I think about it, it's batch crafting is the correct word. Cinnabar. Where there's cinnabar, there is probably also stibnite. Or not. There is no stibnite. Stibnite. Where am I gonna find that? Here's alluvial deposit. That's something we can do soon. I don't want to jump to something super big though. When, like, the second I set that up, we are going to be expending a lot of resources. Like, energy-wise. Looking for cinnabar, not realgar. The only stibnite I can find is by my base. And this is covered in water. So it doesn't make it ideal to mine it. Unless I use doors. That's the way to go, I think, is to get some doors down there. You just gotta use your brain sometimes, and in this case, my brain is working tenfold. I doubt they've added 113 physics to this, so there's no way it can cause me any problems. What the Zalgo tree is this? That's not physically possible. Okay, what about these? Oh, they still work. But not the door? You have a problem with my door? Door does not work in there? That's fine. We can fix that. Just by using the door. Use the door here. The door is waterlogged. Maybe I'm using the wrong type of door. I know I will find out the solution to this soon enough. Because maybe the answer is not a door, but rather something else. Something like a door. Something that's hiding so obviously in plain sight. I'm gonna ruin the realism in this game. Gonna ruin the realism in this mod. Gonna find something that will allow me to breathe underwater. The true door that we're looking for is the trapdoor. Oak trapdoor. No, actually, I reckon that it's gonna be the same. They've already thought of that, okay? But what they haven't thought of, something I have already. Something so obvious. They probably already thought of this as well, but... Ha 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 ha. It's Zalgover! Yowza! Can you breathe underwater in HBM? Or no, in Supersymmetry? Yes. Yes, you can. Haha! With ladders. Immersion is ruined. For everybody except for me. I like this. This is immersive to me. I'm being immersed in fiction here. Super fictional. Just to get a little bit of something that probably we've already mined all of. Oh, never mind. I am exploiting ladders today. And probably also maybe not tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Doing some dumb stuff tomorrow. Oh. That reminds me. I have some dumb stuff to do tonight. There we go. 3 pieces of stibnite for all of the cinnabar I just mined. What is stibnite again? That's antimony, right? It's heavy metal. Wonder if these ones will work better. No, they don't work at all. Don't try using the engineer's ladders. They don't work, but these ladders do work. So you can use industrial renewal ladders perfectly. But don't try any of the other ones though. What? What? How do you spawn? How do you spawn? Here. Get out of here. You know, I like how I prepared for this big mining trip, but in the end we just went out of here. Just into the river. Because there's no other stibnite here. There's none. This is the only stibnite in the game, so you have to go to exactly X301 minus 2561. Trust me. It's actually a lie. Because I'm sure that somebody would believe that. Because I said it believably. But now that I've said that, nobody will believe that. And they'll probably just say, oh, I wouldn't have believed that. But there is somebody dumb enough out there to believe that. Maybe not dumb enough, but just uninformed enough. Factual supersymmetry information right here. No lies. Supersymmetry was made by a French math teacher in the year 2052. Yeah, That's the real supersymmetry. It's in the croissant. A croissant from the future. It's gonna be 4-dimensional in VR. Since we're gonna upload our brains into a computer, probably. Make my lead, please. Make my antimony, please. Lead dust is good. How is this doing? Right here. It's doing its stuff. Then, oh, hey, you know what's great about this? If I have this here, I could just shift how I pipe into there somehow. Actually, I can't really do that, but technically, this could just be one line where I just output right through the top there. Or in this case, I'm just gonna do it like this. Probably how it should be done. There's ways it could be, but there's also ways that it should be. That way, when this starts running, it will just output to my box. But I also need to remove any tailings from that. So once we get to here, tailings are going to go to that. Filter. We're going to set up tailings here. Boom. And then from there, it's just a straight shot to the actual main bus. Which will filter out everything it needs, so. We need, in addition to all of the other things I have already mentioned, we need to know what the actual items are for that. We need a screwdriver. It's a file. It's not a screwdriver. So we're gonna filter the insert for this pipe to only allow specifically the tailings. Or to block the tailings. I'm sorry. Granite, limestone, pegmatite, ultramatic, ultramatic. Now, how do you get pegmatite? That is what I am curious about. Because pegmatite is the most useful of the tailings. It gives you a bunch of stuff. Specifically, emeralds. So, pegmatite is made by roasting impure stibnite. Okay, with nitrogen gas. Oh, that's a problem in MV. Pulverization of ilmenite. Amblygonite. Amblygonite. Whatever that is. And this is using at least LV tier. You can get it from lapis though. That's where pegmatite tailings can really come from. Is lapis. So we will set this up to process lapis powder. That's an idea. So we'll figure that out. Pegmatite though, super useful. Now how will I make these dusts right here? So obviously you start with these, but is there a machine I can put these through? A packager. That's one of the machines I will need then. Packager, put that on the list. As well as the sifter, which is going to be a filter in it, I believe. And that should be pretty much everything I need to make for today to complete our episode. To complete my goal of being able to make a lot of the things and then being able to make more complex filters. But the problem is with more complex filters is that you gotta realize that sometimes you don't need, you only get yeah, I know. Oh wait, with HV? I thought it was MV. It used to be MV, but I could have sworn it was MV before. At least. I don't know if it actually was. Then that's no good. I like it like this. Boom. And that hooks in. This hooks in. I can just cover these with these. Make it look a little nicer on the back. There we go. Now you can't even see that there's any pipes there at all. Just looks like a normal wall. For the most part. Except there, you can see there's pipes here. That should handle everything it needs to do. Battery buffer time. How is it going here? Oh, I need wrought iron for that. Wrought iron plates. Do I have steel? I have steel. Wrought iron. We'll make 14 wrought iron plates real quick. We need 36 of these. And then a few of those. Now this is a bit slower than what I would hope. But we are getting faster right now. We're picking up our speed. I think the main bottleneck was I started off and I didn't have that momentum going into it, but we're going through now. Picking up speed. What do I need to do besides that for the battery machine? I need to make I need to grab out a bunch of those. So I can just play with the cables and get them to the sizes I need. Right, so we'll just make a couple of these. I'll make 4. That'll be enough for the one thing, and then here's enough for a line. And that also will allow me to LV machine casing, wrench, 4 with a wrench. And then after that finishes the steel. Go to the end, make a machine casing somewhere. Here it is. No, not those. Make some wires though, because we need some coated wires. I need coated wires badly. Coated wires. Coated 16 times wires. How is this? What is going on here? What am I doing? Let's just focus on these ones for now. 'Cause obviously, I don't have what I need for the wires in my book. I could just check this and then boom, there's the recipe. LV machine hull is going to make the battery box, which is the easiest of the machines to make. Then, do we have the antimony done? I guess I'll check down here because it's where it's going to tell me. Is antimony done? Perfect. That's just the quantity we'll need. Now it's time to do something really simple. Just throw this into here. And while that's going on, I can start making these. No, we ran out of lead plates. That's fine. I should have more lead. We need more sulfuric acid. The antimony should be done when I get up here. And I can grab sulfuric acid from here. 7,000, 8,000. Which the other one was sulfur trioxide. Because we need to roast pyrite to get sulfur trioxide. Or no, roast pyrite with oxygen. Gets you iron 3 oxide. Then that gets you sulfur trioxide product. It's we've covered this line in probably the stream before last stream, I think. One of these streams I covered it. If you want to know how many hours I've played, you can just calculate how many hours of streams there are. Here. Oh, now I'm out of tin cables. I can make more though. Should be able to at least. Yeah, 64 more. Look at that. Then 3 of those, and then just wire now. Can I make these on the... I can make these on the assembly. I am really dumb. We're gonna have to finish... We are not going to finish that recipe. My friends... Today is the day we stop being stupid. Today is the day. Yeah, 41 hours. Dang. Assembling machine. This is where it's going to begin. We're going to stop being stupid today. I'm going to stop being an idiot. Stop making dumb decisions. That's what I say every day. And then I end up making the same decision over and over again. Now that I have my lead and lead, I can just put my lead in here. Lead and antimony. It will take a little time, but it will be done soon. Making 5. Should I just wait on it? Nah, it's 10 seconds per each one. How many is it gonna do? Like 20? I'm not gonna wait for 30 seconds for that all to complete, but we can get started with this. Then here's where the power is gonna get set up. for today. 2 wires like that. Connect them in the middle with a pair of wire cutters. Boom. And then I should be able to... Yeah, that... 16 of those. Okay, batteries. We're making them here. And I just need to get battery alloy. It's the biggest part of these that's going to be very... I mean, it's pretty slow right now, but we have already made battery alloy, so we should have... All we have to do is make it in plates, I think. Here we go. Stop making lead ones. We're going to need to make battery alloy. Which one is this, by the way? Oh, I needed to check. That's good. That one's called Invader. The music. This entire soundtrack has been good so far. This last one I chose. I believe this one is XI. It is. It's good. It's making battery alloy plates, and then from that, ah. There we go. That will make things a lot faster to craft, by the way. Now we just take them here. Oh yeah, it's like magic. Making batteries like they're nothing. Isn't there bigger lead acid batteries? No, there isn't. There isn't. There's only sodium and stuff like that. I have 6 batteries though. I like that. 6 batteries. Finally can eat a few. Or you could just crack it open and drink it. So that's the preferred method of consuming batteries. How's the filter working? Is it gonna... Oh, it's got an 11.1% chance of outputting a tailings dust. Wait, is it outputting a full tailing? Oh yeah, it does. Dark ashes gives you ashes and carbon. Banded iron. Centrifuge, and it has an... Yeah, it just gives you the full tailing dust. Okay. All I have to make is a sifting machine. Time to make the sifting machine then. Everybody's favorite machine. This is where we will need to begin calculating pistons. Pistons, we're going to need 2 for this. 2 pistons for this machine. So be prepared for that. 2 piston cost is kind of quite a bit, but 1, 2, 3 of those. That will need to be made into plates. In addition to 2 additional ones, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, because each of those is going to need a gear. So do that on the lathe. Keep the battery alloy going for a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Just one more in there, I think. Then we'll just get ready to make a gear on the table. We have this. It's gonna need a wrench. Where is my wrench at then? Oh, it's just wire cutters. 2 piston. Because everything else should just be piston making. Yeah, and it will be a little while before I'm able to do that. Piston. In HBM mod, you can eat the cement, by the way. If anybody's wondering about that. I found that out pretty recently. Cement eater right here. Now, the question is, do I have all of the tools and things I need to do this? Okay, so then I guess from here I would block this pipe off. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to set up this on top of here. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to also place another, actually I'm going to do this one first and then place that down. And then I can place on a decoration cover so it looks good. Now all that's left is to use the screwdriver and prevent this from doing some dumb stuff, which is tailings. Any of the tailing dust can go through. I bet pyrite's a great thing to have tailings from. Or like everything in the game is pretty much great for tailings. Ultramathic, pegmatite. Pretty good stuff. And then anything else that I don't need gets sent out. So that's the ore processing. And if everything's done properly... Oh, that's set to whitelist. Blacklist. Everything's done correctly, then when I do any of these lines, I will get stuff in the sifting machine. Let's check the main chest for tailings now. There is no tailings in the main chest, so... Yeah, no tailings. But... if everything is... that's all properly done, what I need to do then is just mine some pyrite and throw it up there. Put it in there. That's what I want to do. I don't know where the pyrite vein is that I was mining earlier. Well, I think I'm kind of done for the night because I cannot keep going on this one. I'm getting tired. We covered a lot though, because we pretty much, I don't know, we might be able to do a little more. Let's see if I have just a little bit more. Because I'm getting tired. Pyrite. Ah, here we go. We'll just take that out and just finish the job. Oh. Hey, what's the recipes for these? Oh, you can sift redstone. Nether quartz. Isn't redstone? No, it's just those are gemstones. Those are different. Those are the best thing to sift. Oh wait, it's sifting. Limestone and dolomite. Let's go. Now that's what I'm after right there. That's what I'm talking about. We just made limestone and dolomite. Is there a way I could make this better? I don't think there is. Now what's dolomite used in then? Dolomite dust can be roasted for magnesia and quicklime. Oh, it is kind of, that's really useful. That's at LV though, so you need an LV roaster. I could set it up though, because it would be quite useful. Also used here. Should I save it or use it? Probably use it in my opinion. Run that through there and then... output this through the top. Actually, don't do that. No, do it. Yeah. And then just run this pipe to here. That means I will get all of the outputs for that into there. So, dolomite, limestone, whatever. All getting sent through. And at a basic level, that's pretty much all the ore processing you need. Except for energy now is the issue. That's the major blockage for this, is energy cost. For me, right now, because I need a heat exchanger. We can get the heat exchanger next episode. I'm just tired. Okay. But that did get us limestone, which means I can make steel again. So we do have limestone. Oh, we already had limestone. Dust. This is why we test, because you see this should be set to automatically output. Now where did it send its stuff to? That's the real question, is where is the limestone at now? Because the limestone certainly found itself somewhere in one of these machines. Oh, there it is. Limestone tailing dust. How did that end up in that? Also, why is there banded iron going in there? Oh, because this doesn't have a filter. Well then, why does it not have a filter there? This is why I test and then don't just leave, because I know I need to fix these things before it becomes an issue. We need to make a filter. Zinc. Please make zinc foil now. Perfect. Making zinc foil again. Item filter ready to go. So what's supposed to go in here is the pyrite. Oh wait. That thing has a conveyor belt on it. So blacklist. Why would you be set to blacklist pyrite when you need to export pyrite? Manual IO disabled. Hello? Am I even seeing that correctly on there? Because I can't tell. Can't tell what this is right here on my machine. Mode export. Manual IO is going to be filtered. So that means it should just... How about we just set it to whitelist? Because the filter on this only allows it to... input and output sulfur. I guess it needs to also be set to do pyrite then. So we could just leave it as manual IO and then just do the pyrite dust. Like that gets me to where I need to be. And then obviously do a quick check of all the other machines in this area just in case any of them happen to have backfeed problems. Which this one seems to have a backfeed issue here. It seems to be feeding backwards into that. Which is good to know because now I can mitigate that issue before it becomes a big problem. Backfeed. Dolomite. Now that's another backfeed. It's a different type of backfeed. It's the one inside there. This is counteractable by just allowing the pipes to be flowing in a direction instead of going... Oh, that's weird. That's really weird, actually, that one. That one was pretty weird. Let's go take a look up there. Where was it at? Ended up in this guy, right? So I guess... we will just block this pipe here, so it's only set to go down. But also, yes, it just kind of flowed into that. And I'm guessing that's what happened, is it flows inwards there. Does that. And here's our limestone dust, by the way. It's all done. 39 little pieces of limestone dust ready to go. Ready to make some more steel. And then we'll also... yeah, we'll just... next episode is going to be the heat exchanger, obviously, so we definitely need to get more steel cooking. But we are almost there, and so that's the good thing, is that now I have limestone that I don't have to mine out of the ground, and I don't really have to process more than just doing my ore processing stuff. So, see you all next time, and goodbye. It's been a pretty good stream.